She smiled. The same smile I used to wake up to, now shining in someone else's direction. The curve of her lips, the light in her eyes. It was all unchanged, yet none of it belonged to me anymore. Across the street, through the window of the cafe that once carried the sound of our laughter and the weight of our secrets, I saw her sitting with him. That place used to be ours. We filled it with shared dreams and stolen moments. Now it had become hers, with someone new. Her laugh rang out, head tilted back, eyes glimmering, and something inside me collapsed. Not with the loud drama of a broken heart in the movies, but in the quiet way an old building gives into time and gravity. I hadn't gone there to find her. I wasn't searching. Fate, cruel as ever, brought me face to face with what I wasn't ready to see. Still, I lingered longer than I should have, hoping against hope she might notice me in the crowd. She didn't. Instead, he reached across the table, his hand settling over hers, and she let it stay there without hesitation. That was the moment I understood. We weren't in limbo. We weren't taking a break. We weren't figuring things out. We were done. I turned away, each step dragging with the weight of an anchor tied to my chest. Breathing grew harder, heavier, but no tears came. Only the suffocating numbness that dulls every sound and color. My mind drifted back to the night she left. She said we had drifted too far, that we didn't feel like us anymore. Maybe she was right. We no longer danced barefoot in the kitchen, no longer reached for each other's hands during long drives, no longer said I love you for no reason at all. I blamed the long hours at work. She blamed timing. Neither of us blamed love, perhaps because it had already withered and we were too afraid to admit it. So when she packed her bags, I didn't fight her. I didn't beg. I just stood there silently, hoping she'd turn around at the last moment. She never did. The apartment swallowed me whole. The creaky floors, the sunlight spilling too bright through the windows, the lingering trace of her perfume. It all became a reminder. At midnight, I still checked my phone, waiting for a message that would never arrive. Days blurred into weeks, weeks into months. I tried distracting myself, dates, conversations, faces, but none of them were hers. And that was the problem. I wasn't supposed to replace her. I was supposed to move beyond her. Yet, I couldn't. Seeing her with someone else was supposed to be my closure, the sharp truth that finally broke the last thread. Instead, it reshaped the wound, left it aching in a new way. I withdrew from the world. After that, deleted apps, avoided familiar streets, changed my coffee shops. I wasn't just trying to escape her. I was trying to escape the version of myself who had loved her too much. Then one evening, the sky split apart. Rain poured heavy and merciless, drenching everything in its path. I walked home soaked, head pulled tight, my thoughts miles away. That's when I heard it. My name, soft, shaken, familiar. I turned, and there she was across the street, her hair plastered to her face. Eyes locked onto mine as if time had folded in on itself. She whispered my name again, louder this time, almost in disbelief. My God, it's really you. I didn't move. I wasn't sure if I was awake or caught in some cruel dream. She stepped closer, rain and tears blending on her cheeks. I've been looking for you, she said. 1,000 questions burned in me. Why now? Why after all this time? Why after I saw you with him? But she spoke before I could. I saw you at the cafe. Her voice trembled. I didn't know what to say. You looked happy. I wasn't, I admitted. Her eyes lowered. Neither was I, she whispered. I pretended for weeks, but it never felt real. Then why, I asked, my voice barely steady. Because I thought you'd moved on. You let me go so icily. I thought maybe I imagined it all. That what we had wasn't as real to you as it was to me. Her breath shuddered. I loved you. I still do. I just didn't know if you wanted me back. Her confession hung in the storm between us, fragile and raw. She looked at me, guilt and hope clashing in her eyes. I was wrong. I walked away thinking I'd find something better, but all I found was how much I missed you. The silence that followed wasn't the cruel kind we'd once shared, but one thick with everything left unsaid. Finally, I found words. I waited. Not because I thought you'd come back, but because I didn't know how to let go. She stepped closer, her voice breaking. Then don't. Not this time. I want to start over if you'll let me. And there she stood. The same woman who once shattered me, now trembling in the rain, asking me to believe in us again. Forgiveness is never simple, and trust doesn't return easily. But love doesn't vanish. It hides, waiting until the right moment draws it back to the surface. Maybe this was that moment. Maybe the storm wasn't the end, but the beginning. I reached for her hand, and for the first time in months, the rain no longer felt cold.